So today I have a bit of a sort of two-part video for you, just because the makeup look that I'm going to be doing, you could sort of stop before the last couple of steps and just wear it as a regular, really any time of the year look. But then the last couple of steps, I'm going to sort of transform it from a regular makeup look into a sort of wood elf or fairy type makeup look, which would be great for obviously Halloween. So yeah, this look is going to have two lip options and a ton of green and brown and be super fresh and glowy and really fun. I hope that it turns out well. So yeah, if you're still looking for a look for Halloween, it'd be pretty easy to pick up like some fairy wings or put on a green dress and do some like elf makeup or some fairy makeup. And yeah, then it's an easy costume that's mostly makeup, which is great as long as you like doing your makeup. So yeah, sorry if this is coming a little late for anybody else. Also, if you're already planning to do elf or fairy or something, then this would be great for you too. Or for next year, or sometime in the future. So I thought that I would put this up even though it is quite late in October already. And now I should probably actually get to the tutorial because I'm just rambling with no makeup on, and that's probably very boring. So let's start. And now to start off, I don't usually use a primer under the foundation I'm going to use, which is the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation, because I really like the finish. However, I do want to be very bright and glowy for this look, so I'm going to use some of the Sonia Kashuk Primer Base Perfecting Brightening Primer. And I'm going to apply my e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation. Assuming it comes out of the package. There we go. Alright, so that's on. As you can see, the coverage on that is really, really nice. I really, really love it. If you're doing this like for a costume makeup and you want to look a little bit more sort of pale and ethereal, you could go with a foundation that is a shade lighter than you, assuming you can find one. If you're super pale, that might be quite hard. Personally, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it like this. I'm just not going to bronze, so that will keep my face from looking too tan, I guess. So my next step will be to powder. And just because I kind of have two colors right now, because I bought a replacement, I'm going to use my paler one, which is in Creamy Natural, for under my eyes and stuff. And I'm going to use Silky Beige on the rest of my face, just for a bit of an under eye brightening look. So I'm pretty sure it's just my lighting, and this might not show up on camera, but my skin looks like ridiculously perfect right now. Next, I'm going to do a little bit of a contour. I'm going to use Fawn out of the Anastasia palette just because it is a very cool toned bronzer and I don't want anything too warm. So I'm just going to use the very point of this contour brush so I can try and get a precise application, and I'm just going to contour my cheekbones. Just to give my face a little bit of subtle shape instead of, yeah, bronzing. And I make sure I take that right back into the hairline. Also, if you start at the hairline and work towards the center of your face, or like towards your mouth, it's easier to get a more subtle buildup of color. I'm also going to go a little bit under my chin as well. You don't have to, I just don't feel like I have a great jawline personally. I'm going to use my primer. My primer is the Essence I Heart Stage Make Eyeshadow Base. It's just my favorite. Use whatever you like best. And now, just before I do my brows, I'm going to take this tan shade. It's a slightly shimmery tan shade, but it's pretty much like a skin tone color. Make sure you tap off your brush because these can be a bit fallouty. And I'm going to apply that underneath the brow bone. or on the brow bone underneath my brows. I'm also going to pop that on the inner corner. But before I continue with eyeshadow, I'm just going to put my brows on. I'm just using my Covergirl Brow and Eye Maker pencil in Midnight Brown. And then I'll put my brow gel on when I'm done my eyeshadow, just so I don't get any eyeshadow stuck in my brow gel. So now, the way I think I'm going to do this, first I'm going to take my Naked Basics palette. Any taupey brown shadow will work. I just want to create a bit of a transition color. So I'm going to use my Sigma E40 brush and the color Naked 2, which is this taupey color right here. And I'm going to use that just above my crease, just to start building up some dimension. And now I'm going to take my small blender brush and I'm going to take this deeper sort of coppery bronze color. I'm going to take a little bit of that. Again, make sure you tap off your brushes, especially if you're using a cheaper eyeshadow or really anything, especially when it's got glitter in it. I'm going to take that and I'm going to apply it right into my crease. And don't get that too much on your inner corner because you want to keep this pretty bright. So I'm going about 2/3 of the way across my crease. And you can build that up as intense as you want. And don't worry about blending it out just yet. We're going to do that a bit later. Alright, now we're going to take that E40 again and just blend out that top edge. Also, if you want a super simple cut crease, just stop here and you're done. But yeah, you can just keep building up that brown until you're happy with the intensity. So I'm going to add another layer. Alright, and then when you're satisfied with that, I'm going to take a flat shader brush, and as I showed you before, I'm going to go in with that green color right there. And I'm just going to pat that all over the eyelid. Again, tap off your brush. And pat that onto the lid. You just want to take the green up to the crease. We can sort of sort out the crease area later, little later. And just build it up until you're happy with the color. And now that you got the green on, we're going to go back in with the small blender brush and just carefully run through the crease again. We're not using any more product, we're just softening any lines. If you have some fallout, just grab a powder brush, any clean powder brush will do, and wipe most of it away. If you're really worried about fallout, you can do your foundation after your eyeshadow. It's just not my preference. So I'm going to use the same brush I was using to apply the color to the crease. And you could use a much smaller brush if you're not feeling very confident about it, but I'm feeling kind of lazy about it personally. So I'm going to take this brush and I'm just going to like dot straight into that same brown color, tap off the excess, and I'm going to run it underneath my eye, starting at the outer corner. To about 2/3 of the way across. And connect that up to the corner. You can easily skip this if you're not comfortable with under eye eyeshadow, but yeah, it's just sort of fun to experiment with, especially if you're doing this as a Halloween look or if you just really like this type of look. It does make it a lot smokier and a lot more nighttime. And if you want to soften that, you can take your E40 again. If you need any more green because you feel like you blended it away, add some more. I'm going to add a little bit more highlight, just a dab right under the arches. Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now just to show how it would look if you want to stop here and just wear this as a regular day's makeup, I'm going to pop on like the rest of my makeup. So I'm going to use my Annabelle blush in Spring Petal. Anything fairly natural will work, but just use something that you feel looks fairly natural on you. I have been really liking this one, so that's what I'm going to use. And I like to put it along my cheekbones, starting at the back of my face. But if you prefer to put it on the apples, go right ahead. I'm going to line my lower lash line with my 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in 0. Any black liner will do for your waterline. You could also do a green or a brown or a skin tone or a white, depending on what you want to accomplish, but I want to look quite dark and smoky, and I just really like black waterline. So I'm going to do my highlighter next. I'm going to use MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish in Soft and Gentle because it's super glowy and shimmery. Alright, so my camera pretended to die. It might die again, I don't know. But I put the highlight on one side, kind of so you could see the difference. So that's with, and that is without. I love this highlighter. I applied it very strongly too, but whatever. And I'm just applying it to my cheekbones. I'm not applying it anywhere else. Personal preference, do what you want. I took a little bit under my brow bone. Oh yeah. Alright, so now I'm going to do my mascara. Oh my god, I'm so mad with my camera. Okay, so I just put my brow gel on while I was waiting for my camera to charge up a little bit. Not very interesting, probably doesn't look any different. I'm going to do my mascara. I'm using my L'Oreal Waterproof Voluminous Carbon Black Mascara. I'm going to apply this to the top and bottom lashes. If you want to go super dramatic with some falsies, go right ahead. Also, if you ever bought any of those like paper cutout lashes, this would probably be like a great time to use them if you're doing this as a costume makeup. And then for a more natural lipstick, in case you want to wear this just sort of out, or if you're not into the whole bright lips thing, I will do a natural lip color for you. I'm going to use my Laura Mercier Milky Way lipstick. So it's actually like a pretty sheer natural color, very 90s, very brown. If you want to go more pinky or peachy, go right ahead. But I do think that this works well for the fairy idea. So this is an option if you're not into my next one, which will be green lipstick. Alright, so one way that you could make this look a little bit more interesting, a little bit more costumey, is to take off this lipstick, or never put it on in the first place. And instead I'm going to use this cool one from Colourpop called Bunny, which is this bright metallic green. It's actually a pearlized finish. Really fun. I'll just put that on. And that is what that looks like. Super, super fun, super shimmery and glittery. I think they have an ultra matte now that is also green, but they didn't when I bought this, and I kind of really love it. But this is such a great time of the year to wear weird color lipsticks, especially if you're uncomfortable with it. Also, it makes my teeth look really white. So that's pretty great. But another thing you can do, which sort of gives it a fairy look, is to draw the sort of swirls off the side. I'm gonna basically do that because I want this to be very woodsy, foresty themed. So I'm also gonna use one or both of these Urban Decay green eyeliner pencils, and I'm gonna draw some leaves on them like it's branches. So yeah, but first I'm gonna put a little bit more of the green on my eyelids, just because now they got these green on my lips, the eyes are looking a little bit washed out. One moment. So you can do this however you like. I'm just going to use a Stila Stale Day waterproof liquid eyeliner pen, and I'm just going to draw some swirls on the side of my face. And you could do bigger or smaller than that. I think I'm pretty happy with stopping there. And I'm just gonna take my eyeliner. I'm using Graffiti, which I think was discontinued, but I'm sure they have another bright green color. Also, you could use face paint or a green liquid liner if you have one, or you could use some glitter, but I'm just gonna use this. I'm not doing anything fancy, like I'm just sort of putting the idea of leaves, like it's way too delicate. If you think you can do better, that's awesome, and like show me when you do it, but keep into what's in my abilities. Like I said, you could do this a lot bigger, you could do it more like trees. Look up like tons of wood elves and wood fairies and fairy like makeup looks. You'll get tons of ideas on the internet. Yeah, something like that. Another idea that I had was you could use one of the green liners, or a green liner, and do the swirly things in that. So on the other side here, I'm just using my Pencil in Freak, which is a lighter, more neon green. And I'm drawing more sort of swirl things. And just do something like that. And you could leave it there, or take the black pen liner again and just sort of outline it on one side. Ooh, okay, I totally messed that one up. Be a lot more careful than I am. And that looks something like that. I like that better, but I think if you were a lot more careful than I was, that could come out really cool too. That's just a couple of ideas. Another idea is you could do like a winged eyeliner, like normal, and then just on the end of the winged eyeliner draw like a single leaf on each side. That could look pretty cool. Or you could take your winged eyeliner but make it super dramatic and just add one curl on the end, and that could be really fun too. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a few ideas of what you could do for sort of a fairy wood elf type look. I'm really liking this right here. And yeah, there's tons of levels you could do. You could leave the lips neutral again and do this, or you could do one side, both side. You could create sort of a mask like across your eyes. You could create it down the sides of your face. Go as crazy or as normal with it as you want, really. And yeah, that was pretty much the tutorial. Let me know if you have any comments down below. If you do this makeup, I would love to see your take on it. If you've ever done something like this before, link me a picture or a video or something down below and I will take a look. Let me know if you use this for your Halloween look. That would be super awesome. And yeah, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and want to see more sort of costumey videos in the future. Subscribe to see more videos from me, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.